The time is here for my final tier list for the starters. This is going to be the final evolutions. I'm really excited about this one. I haven't thought about this at all. I'm going into this completely blind, kind of just my initial reaction to the designs of the Pokemon. Let me be very clear. These are not the Pokemon that I think are the best or the worst from a stats perspective, or from a usage perspective, or from a lore perspective. Just the design, guys. Alright, number 1, Venusaur. An OG. I think very solid design. Love the pedal. I think A. I think my gut reaction is Venusaur's an A. The very first dual type starter. Obviously because it's Gen 1. But I like the design. Okay, Charizard's S tier. Don't at me. I don't care if it's meta or basic. He's an S tier design, guys. It's a literal fire-breathing dragon. I don't care about his typings. Blastoise. Blastoise is also S tier. I'm sorry, he is. It's a giant turtle with cannons coming out of its back. I think you guys can tell who I typically started with. It was either Charmander or Squirtle, and these two were a large reason why. Love Blastoise. Love Blastoise. Next one, we're gonna go to Gen 9 with Skeledirge. This was actually my starter. I actually really like Skeledirge. I think it's a super sick design. Got kind of your like Dia de los Muertos going on. It's an A for me. I really like it. Meganium. Dude, Meganium, this might be a hot take, but Meganium's meh. Meganium, they just didn't do enough with it. I get it. It's like a Brachiosaur with a pedal around it, with some antenna, but it's just average to me. It's definitely not trash, but like there's just something missing. I don't know. It's too bland. Like its body is just this like sickly green color with like no scales, no etching, no nothing. So yeah, just C tier for me. Dude, Typhlosion. I really like Typhlosion. Oh god, am I gonna put Typhlosion in S tier as well? I think I am. Typhlosion is so sick, guys. He was one of my favorite Pokemon. I really like it, but I'm gonna throw him in S. He might have to come down, because I don't want to put everybody in S tier. He might have to come down, because guess what? Feraligatr, from a design perspective, is better than Typhlosion. So I gotta move Typhlosion down. Feraligatr is such a sick design. I mean, everything they did with his arms, his chomper, the crazy Godzilla scales across the back. Love the teal blue. The shiny's actually pretty good too. Love Feraligatr. Sceptile. Hot take, Sceptile's probably the best grass type. Very sick. This is what I thought they should do with Meganium, with the arms, and it just has enough to it. Its tail is amazing, by the way. And by the way, its Mega Form helps it out like a ton. What am I hearing? Huh. I think it's just ads playing. Okay, we're gonna get back to the video, Tyler. Sorry.
No.
Blaziken. Blaziken. This might be a hot take. Pardon the pun. Blaziken's B tier for me. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. I think the legs are a little too blocky. And the hair is just like kind of like alien-like and weird. Not a huge Blaziken fan. Swampert. I really like Swampert. I think Swampert's a solid A tier. Very cool design with the fins and just like being a mud boy. I really like Swampert. Next up is Torterra. Torterra, very solid design, but still a B for me. It's just not that memorable for me. I don't know why. I actually really like the tree on the top, and I see what they're trying to do with the tortoise thing, but there's just something about it. Feels like a lesser version of Venusaur. That's all. That's all. Infernape. Ooh. Dude, Infernape's a really solid design. I love the shoulders and the knee joints and his hair. I think, oh, Infernape's probably S tier, guys. Oh my god, I can't, guys, there's a lot of S tier starters. A lot of S tier starters, really good design. Next up is Empoleon. I think Empoleon is probably the best designed Pokemon. Straight up. They crushed this. A steel water penguin king. He can be my king.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I love Empoleon. Super solid Pokemon. Love the crown that his beak turns into with the trident as well. They just have a lot going on. Serperior. I think Serperior is really solid. I think it goes above Torterra, but it's still just a B tier. It just, again, they did a really good job of giving it like this superior vibe with the tendrils coming out the back and that kind of stuff, but it's just a, it's just a snake. I don't know. Samurott. See, just meh for me. If this was the Hisuian form of Samurott, I would rank this much higher, but this is just the original form, and it's just C for me. There's not enough color to this Pokemon. He's got the mustache, and he's kind of got like the horn going out the top, but again, really tough competition. He's in the C tier for me. Next up is Chestnut. Really solid shiny on Chestnut, but once again, he's just underwhelming to me. From a design aspect, he's just underwhelming, right? I understand he can kind of like roll up and stuff, but just doesn't do it for me versus some of these other Pokemon. Delphox. All right, this might be a hot take, guys, but Delphox is trash. Delphox missed for me. This was one of the first Pokemon that I think they went bipedal for absolutely no reason across the whole line. And frankly, it is worse than Braixen. If you're going to take a notch down, you're trash. I'm sorry. You're supposed to be, yeah. No, not for me. All right, Greninja. Greninja, really, really solid Pokemon. He's an S tier. Like, Greninja, you just can't. Because this is in order. I'm making this in order. But, like, Greninja is better than Blastoise, and Blastoise is better than Feraligatr. So, yeah, that's where I have it. Greninja, super awesome Pokemon. Probably one of the best shinies, besides Charizard's, obviously, in all of Pokemon. Just the whole ninja vibe. Very cool. Love it. Decidueye. Decidueye's B tier. Decidueye is a very good design, but it's not A or S tier. I like it a lot. It's way better than the Hisuian form. I might get some heat for that. I understand a lot of people love Decidueye. Not a huge Decidueye fan. Incineroar with his belt is meh to me. He is a Lucha Libre kitty cat with a fire belt. I understand, but when you're going to put him up against... I'll do this. Blaziken's B and Incineroar... Sorry. Blaziken is C and Infernape... Cut all this out, Tyler. No! Blaziken is C, actually, and Incineroar is B. He is a better design. Like, if you just look at them, there's more going on here. He's actually got flames on him. Blaziken's Mega Form would have helped it out a lot, but we're not doing Megas. Primarina. Primarina's B. It's a decent water type. It's a lot better than its two evolutions previously. I just think that I'm just not a huge fan. Rillaboom. My dude, you are a C tier. You are super meh. They did not do enough with this Pokemon. Let me put it this way. Rillaboom is one of those Pokemon that if they would have brought a little bit more edge to him and a little bit more malice, and like, because he's a drummer, dude, like, he should be way more ripped. He should have a lot more design to him, like maybe some patches here, like he's an angsty boy, and it would have been awesome. Cinderace also falls in
S tier, absolute phenomenal Pokemon. Probably the greatest one ever designed by the Pokemon Company. IDK, why it's not the cover star of the franchise compared to everyone else on this list.
That's right, I have Cinderace. Inteleon. Inteleon's bad, guys. Inteleon is trash. They messed this up so bad. It's almost too thin to see. Like, I don't know how else to describe it other than, like, there's just nothing to this Pokemon other than it's sleek, but it's too sleek. Not a fan. Quaquaval, low key. If he's not dancing, he's a B tier. But because he dances, he's a C tier. It is too distracting. I hate this Pokemon for its movement. I think the design overall from an arts perspective would put it up in the B's, but because of the dancing, it's a C for me. Last but not least, Meowscarada. Probably the most well-liked of the three from Gen 9. I still think Skeledirge's design is much stronger. I'm going to drop Meowscarada at the bottom of B. I think it's a good Pokemon. I love Flower Trick. I think it's very good and competitive. But from a design perspective, It probably sits like, here's how I would do B. I would put it like this. This is how I would do B. Something like this. This is B for me. And then if I was gonna do A looks pretty good actually. Probably this. Yeah. No, I like the back the other way. And then S tier I think I already did. Yeah. So there you guys have it. That is my final evolution for the starters tier list. I understand. I'm sorry if I went after some of your guys' Pokemon. I'm not sorry for Emboar fans. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. That's the end of the starter tier list. Let me know what else you guys want me to rank. I had a blast doing this, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take it easy.
Tell me